Hey guys, Red Warrior here. I wanted to go over some top water tips. Notice here in this clip, I have friends a lot of times that are trying to play in a Stillhead Showdown that always miss a uni. If you're using top water, you want to kind of hesitate for a second. If you can see what just happened there, and I'll show you some more of some clips just in case I was talking over and you wasn't paying attention. But basically, what you kind of want to do is you want a small hesitation and you want to know when to do that. In other words, you guys know as well as I do how many times fish can miss top water lures, whether it's a topper, popper, whatever, walker, whatever you're using. I have a couple of friends that play in the Stillhead Showdown. They're always missing their uni. You know how critical that is if you miss that first uni. So just kind of again watching these upcoming clips, what I'm doing. I'll hesitate briefly. Now, obviously, if it hooks right off the bat, you don't have to hesitate. Even on like a topper, you might wait just a small bit as soon as it goes to bite. Okay, guys, now watch again closely. This is a topper. I'm just going to wait just briefly as this thing goes to bite. And if you see the head come up out of the water, wait just for a second, then set the hook. Again, I think this is crucial for you guys to kind of know this. Whether you're just farming or whatever, I know a lot of people will miss a lot of stuff, whether you're in a bass tournament, whatever you're playing in. Whatever that it is that you're doing with topwater, you'll get frustrated when they miss a lot. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% foolproof, but you have to have a little bit of hesitation on this, and I'll show you some more upcoming clips and kind of why it makes a difference. As well as at the end, I'm going to show you kind of how to set up your gear in the event that you're using things that are too fast for what you're actually going for. Okay, again, this is just a minor hesitation. The toppers are a lot different than the walkers or the poppers. That was just a minor hesitation if you guys didn't catch that. But again, it's so paramount that you guys realize if you get that crucial moment when a fish is going to miss it. Now, sometimes it'll come back, but any of you guys, again, that's played in the Stillhead Showdown and you missed that big uni. I had a friend on my friends list. We played in this 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we're having fun practicing with Fort and stuff. And he got into the comp and he missed it over and over. And I think a lot of times what'll happen is if you're not keen in on what's actually happening. In other words, if he comes up out of the water, that means number one, he wants it. Number two, he's probably going to miss it if you keep reeling. In other words, so you kind of just got to play that, ad lib as you're going. But I think that's really going to help you. And I'm gonna show you just a couple small clips at the Amazon on a walker here briefly, and you can kind of see the same thing using a walker. And I think I just catch a couple comments, but it makes a big difference when between you landing the fish or getting that fish to bite again. Okay, guys, now watch on this, and I'm just going to shut up and just let you guys watch. But watch. This is a bigger hesitation here on a popper. Okay, once more over, and watch how long I hesitate after this thing comes up out of the water. Now this fish I'm about to catch is nothing major, but I think you guys are getting the moral of the story. Sometimes I think we just get over aggressive, when your hook sets. It's one thing if it just comes up and smashes, it's already on your line. It's another thing if you're constantly missing fish, and that can be a difference of you making a qualifier or placing well. Also, I'm going to talk about your rods and reels. A lot of times I like to use actually the Baby Zeus with the Thunder Spin, and the reason I'm doing that is because it's a lower gear ratio. In other words, you're not wanting to just crank that thing, and if so, put a Kraken on your Baby Zeus, or maybe you want to put a Kraken on your bigger Zeus. You can also see here, I love the Loki. Loki's one of the best things. It's got a really small retrieve rate, like a 26, I think it is, 26 or 28, but the line glider will work as well, but that's just the generic version. I do use I want to say it's a Fire Edition Loki, but it's the same thing. It's a Loki 810. There's my Fire Edition there, but Again, that's got a really small double punch retrieve on it, and that's what you're going to want. That's a, and again, even on the Thunder Spin, there's just another example, and I use it's just the Baby Zeus, but I'm just using a different skin on it. It's basically the same thing. Now on a topper, it's not as important that you have a slower reel speed, but still, you can switch the Kraken in and out on whatever you want to do. So in other words, for the Krakens, you want use for your spinners. Majority of the time, jig heads, that sort of thing. But anyway, I just wanted to go through and make sure you guys are matching your gear up properly. In other words, lower retrieve for top water, faster retrieve for jigs and spinners.